Series. Now, what does the loneliest whale in the world sound like? Somebody it's not even close. I don't know what that sounded like. I never want to hear it ever again.
Your wife is a very lucky woman.
Yeah, this particular whale is one, we don't actually know what species it is because no one's found it, but people have heard it. And it's very unusual because it's the highest-pitched whale that's ever been recorded by hydrophones, the microphones you pop down into the depths.
How do they know that it's lonely?
Because it's never been answered.
Oh.
Well, maybe it just likes spending time on its own.
Well,
maybe it's like singing in your kitchen in your night.
Also, how do we know, if we've never seen it, how do we know that it is a whale? It might just be a couple of dolphins mucking about with a big shell. They're coming. No, nothing. No. There's a whale over there, I think, but then...
No, I think...
That's the shell.
That's the shell.
It's a conch.
I didn't think conch when you did that.
Are you suggesting that
I'm not suggesting anything.
Are you suggesting I'm somehow pleasuring a whale?
A sperm whale's penis is about 3
meters.
Yeah, you need a bigger
mouth than even you have got.
Isn't it great how we're all so keen to be involved?
Hang on a second. If we're all getting involved, I'll start here. Have it all the way along the way. You hold it like that. And then, there you go. Right there. There we go. Heave ho! Heave ho!
Oh, dear. A whale at a birthday party. Well, they take up a lot of room. You need a big hall.
Yeah.
It's good. I think you're getting there. Yeah. That's good encouragement. Thanks, Richard. That's okay. I think it'd be fun for the kids to get inside, couldn't they? Play around.
Bouncy castle?
Bouncy arsehole, did you say?
No. I didn't, but by all means.
Oh, bouncy castle.
Bouncy castle.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to hire a bouncy arsehole if I'm here.
Oops. No, list things that you need for children's.
Well,
party.
my kids...
I'm thinking candles.
Yeah, candles is one.
Right.
Cake.
Parcel.
Pass the parcel.
Balloons.
Yes!
Balloons!
Balloons.
A big whale balloon. Whales filled
Why
with
would a
helium.
blue whale be useful at a
Because it
children's
can
party?
fill up... It's got the largest breath in the world.
Yes, because in one breath, a blue whale could inflate 1,250 balloons.
Wow.
OK.
That's a spoilt child.
I take that... I take that point, but I'm fairly sure it's never happened.
No. And also, logistically, it would be almost impossible.
I would like... Whales live to be very old as well, don't they? So I would like one at my birthday party to make me feel both young and slim.
Yes. Whales aren't particularly slim, though, Lucy.
No, but I would next to a whale.
Oh, I see, next to a whale. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so
I'm not
stupid.
asking much of a compliment.
No,
Steve.
no.
Just,
Who has the world's largest love handles and what do they use them for?
Eric Pickles.
Oh, dear! You see?
Blue whale?
Not the blue whale.
Well, sorry. So it's not the blue whale, but I'm close.
You are.
A barnacle.
Stay with cetaceous creatures. Stay with a mammal.
It's a
that
whale.
lives in
It's
the
a
sea. It's a whale. It's a whale. And it begins with a B.
Blue whale.
the look, Steve, because I'm pretty sure I got it right.
There are other kinds of whale that begin with a B.
Bum whale, bull
There's a
whale.
bowhead.
Well,
Big whale.
What's the
Big
most
whale.
famous and expensive kind of caviar?
Beluga.
oh, beluga whale.
Beluga whale, yes. There one is.
Look at it, that was going, hello!
Flying on its side.
This is all I can do!
He's very chirpy. They have no dorsal fin, and amazing.
I haven't got a dorsal fin! I don't feel cold. I don't feel it.
They don't because of their blubber.
It's all the blubber.
And they have midriff blubber, which they can
Feel
control.
my left handles, baby.
They control their love handles with special muscles, so that's how they move around, and that's how they, you know.
That's how I roll.
That's how they roll. Exactly right.
I had a terrible experience. I was at a cricket match and at a major cricket ground that I won't name. You'll see why in a minute. And I was talking to a woman who was married to a leading cricket executive who I won't name. And she was full-figured. And we were having the cream tea. And I said to her, because she was the wife of a major cricket executive, I bet you've had a few cream teas in your time. Because her husband worked in cricket.
Because she was a fan.
No, not for a second did I mean that.
How did that play out?
Well, I lost. I thought I could say, not because you're... Then I thought, that's what... So I decided I thought I'll just
Stop digging.
leave it and move somewhere
And then
else.
walk off, because that's the best thing, is to sort of insult someone about the way and then run away.
Luckily, cricket's such a fast-moving sport, you weren't stuck there for the day.
Now, if Johnny and Jason got naked, covered their legs... It's pretty good, isn't it? I know.
I mean, I can't.
I can't wait after the show to open wedding gifts together.
He's still the beating hearts of the nation. If they got naked, covered their legs in lard, and put their hands on each other's shoulders, what could we expect to happen next?
I would guess Ofcom would get involved.
Something, Com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a red wine that we are about to trample the grapes for that you can also fry with. It's the first kind of...
your wine.
Yeah, it's the first kind of sipping lard.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can have the glass and do your chips in it also.
Available in every Yates's wine lodge.
Yeah.
There'd be a rush like at Christmas when Jamie Oliver said to use goose fat, except this time they'd be using comedians kind of dripping. You go, you know what, these potatoes taste a bit funny.
Sure, try frying Johnny dripping. No, we're in North, and, yeah, all right. It's a pursuit. It's a pursuit in the Northwest.
It's not shin kicking.
Yes, it is shin kicking.
Ah.
You knew about shin kicking.
I did, my uncle was one.
Very good.
Is that a blade?
Yes, it
You
is.
stand there and take it in turns.
Oh, yeah.
To kick each other in the shin as hard as you can. And it's the first person to basically...
Do you know what they cry if they give up? It's rather wonderful. You'd think it'd be, I give in, or, oh, stop it.
Stop
no.
it.
Go on with your bother.
Yeah.
No.
Stop kicking the shin, you
It's not that. It's not that. They shout, sufficient.
Oddly enough, that's my climax call. Sufficient!
The ability to do two things at once. We can ask the audience and we can ask you. It's easier for the audience because of the way they're sitting down. All you have to do is revolve your right foot clockwise. That's easy, isn't it? And then with your right hand, make a 6. Is your foot suddenly going...
Oh, weird.
Isn't that extraordinary?
Right foot, what foot?
Yeah.
Right foot,
That's
clockwise.
weird.
Yeah. And then do a
You have to really think about it.
You really do.
That was instant. You really have to think about it to the point where you nearly break your foot off. You forget what's clockwise.
You start going up and down and not... You're in agony.
But I couldn't do the 6. I couldn't finish the 6. I just did a C.
That's exactly. It's a bitch, isn't it? It's really
Oh, I'm
fascinating.
going to remember that one. People say, what do you remember from QI? And I remember nothing.
Even if you watch your foot.
Yeah.
This isn't great television, what I'm doing at this moment.
Raise your foot put your foot on the desk if you want.
Right, so... Glad I wore my natty socks today.
Now, what is the name for people having jobs that come after their names? So, if you were a baker, say.
Yes, exactly. I don't know the. I don't know the.
My dad was a clerk.
And your dad, exactly, that would do it.
Yeah.
It's called nominative determinism.
It's called nominative or onomastic determinism because it's you're determined by your name.
I've always been interested by this because there was a family many, many years ago and they were called the Gauntlets. And they christened their son Victor.
I knew Victor. He ran Aston Martin.
Exactly. He was destined to run Aston Martin simply because his parents had christened him Victor. If they'd called him Stan, he would have been a plumber. You see it all the time, where somebody called Fotherington's Major Fortescue has always got a sandwich shop in Fulham, whereas somebody called Ron Twat is from somewhere. And it's very simple names tend to...
I know Ron Twat.
Do you? Pretty good builder.
Surely Ron Twat should be a gynaecologist. Surely.
Now you can see...
This is a thing that's happened to me. I'll share, because I feel
All right.
amongst friends. I went to the doctor, had terrible, like a sort of a... It was almost like welts in a sort of a...
Did you say welt?
Welt.
Welts.
It was a red...
No, welts with a T, not with a K.
I thought you said welt.
It was so... There was a... Yeah, welts. Oh, I was bothered by cockneys. And all the time I chimney sweeping around, you know, feed the birds. Went to the doctor and I thought, I've got some sort of...
Yeah.
Went into the doctor, he went, pants are too tight.
So you were kidding yourself that you were a medium and in fact you were an extra large. I've done it. I've been there. And you do get welts. You get awful webbing marks. You get
Webbing?
Yeah, well, you know, the webbing of the...
You need to just loosen that banana hammock and let it.
I went for the larger pant, and since trouble-free.
It's been simple, yep. I know. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, there you are. Now, suggest some lethal uses for a laptop.
Oh,
Smart bombs, guiding smart bombs.
Yeah.
Hitting people over the head.
Damn it, Chloe. Yeah.
That was like he was in the room.
Well, just happened to have been working with him, that's all.
Is he nice? Please tell me he's nice.
He's an incredibly nice guy. He really is. Everyone adores him on the set. Kiefer, this is. Kiefer. Yeah.
Kiefer?
Kiefer.
Kiefer, yeah.
Oh, Kiefer. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he's always on
I don't know what you're talking
My
about.
favourite when he talks about...
24? Oh.
When he talks about parabolics. That was... Where are the parabolics? I'm like, have you seen parabolics? That's what it sounds like. Is it really over-the-top London, though? Is it like, Chloe, I forgot my Oyster card!
It is all shot
I'm
in
at
London.
Spinnyfield!
They're engineering works! Bus replacement service! Follow me on the satellite! The driver hasn't got a clue where he's going! What's the best way from Kensal Rise to Laverick Grove? You can't use the Harrow Road!
How did the ladybird get its spots?
Did it used to not have spots then? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, it's not really those spots. It's other kinds of spots that it gets. Their life is not one long sexual orgy, but They are very highly sexed creatures. Beetles, as you probably know.
So is that like notches on their bedpost? Is that what that is? Like how many
no, not
are
those spots. They shag so thoroughly, energetically.
thoroughly?
Yeah.
I love a good thorough one.
Oh, yeah. What should we do this year? Oh, it'll be thorough tonight, love. No stone will be unturned. Every nook and cranny will be
call them stones.
To you, darling. Thorough.
In May, up to 50% of all ladybirds will be at it, and they'll be at it for a long, long time. And the males don't really mind what they're... I mean, they'll get on another male, and then they will get on a dead female. Some of them can orgasm quite extraordinarily. I'll give you the details. It's impressive. Yeah. They have 9-hour mating sessions. A ladybird orgasm can be 30 minutes long.
Standard.
Yeah. And they can have several in one of their 9-hour-long mating sessions. So they have several 30-minute orgasms.
Is that 9 hours straight, or did it stop for snacks?
No, as I said, normally it's straight. Sometimes it's on a male. Straight in that sense. Yes, no, they might stop for snacks. Stop for an aphid. But because of this, they are riddled with sexually transmitted diseases, I'm afraid, which can make them sterile, and they get lice and spots. You see, other spots. They can't tell the sex of other ladybirds.
But the male is called a ladybird too.
Yes, it's confusing.
It's not called a man bird.
No, it should be a gentleman bird.
No wonder they're confused.
Well, exactly.
So if one ladybird, like a male ladybird, gets on another male ladybird, does the first one, after a bit, just... Oh, sorry, mate.
I think so.
Are they gay ladybirds that just love it?
Gadybirds.
Really?
Now, what suggestions do you have for the last line of this limerick? There was an old person of Chile whose conduct was painful and silly. He sat on the stairs eating apples and pears.
Firing pips out of his willy.
Very good. I don't think that can be improved upon. It certainly wasn't improved upon by the author of that limerick, who was the
George
best...
Orwell.
Eric Blair.
Edward Lear, as Victoria rightly said, who sort of popularised the form. But he had one fatal flaw in his limerick writing, which was, do you know?
Was the last line the same as the first?
The last line was more or less the same.
Is it that boring old person of Chile?
Basically, it is, yeah. As you will see, it is that imprudent old person of Chile. But I think you'll all agree that Alan's version is a lot better.
The firing pips out the willy is a lot funnier than...
Yes, exactly. On the other hand, less Victorian. He was sort of around the latter half of the 19th century.
That is an entirely pointless thing to write
It
down.
is.
It's not painful and silly, is it, to be imprudent?
No.
Painful and silly to put the pips in your willy.
Oh, it certainly is. I think we're all with you, Alan.
Why has he not thought... He hasn't thought of a painful and silly thing to do that's related to apples and pears and being on the stairs. He just says it's imprudent. But there's nothing in that there's nothing imprudent in the previous 4 lines.
Well, anyway, other versions you might be able to finish. There was an old man with a gong who bumped at it all day long. But they called out, "Oh, law, you're a horrid old bore."
Pull up your trousers, you're doing it wrong. Well, so it's going to be, you're a horrible old bore, you silly old man with a gong.
Basically, yeah. This guy's shit. Yeah. You see his original...
These are like Lil Wayne.
They smashed that old man with the gong.
They smashed him with the gong?
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Because he was a horrid old bore.
Well, just take the gong away. Once you've got the gong from the old man, the problem's solved. You're not going to annoy you with the gong anymore. There's no point then to smash him with the gong is a greater crime than to hit the gong, regardless of whether he does it all day or not. Also, move away, go out of earshot when you can't hear the gong. No excuse
Your
for
outrage is commendable. Well, let's try another one. There was a young lady of Poole whose soup was excessively cool, so she put it to boil by the aid of some oil.
It was a recipe from Heston Blumenthal.
Very good. Could you pass that to Jimmy? Jimmy, open your present. It's very exciting.
OK.
It's actually rather a traditional present for a young person to get, or at least it was in my generation. It probably isn't anymore.
A young person seems like a stretch now. I'm 41.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way I'm young now is if I die.
Or compared to me.
Yeah, that,
Now,
well, you...
what I'm going to ask you to do is stand up, and if you can, on a box, or at least as high as you can.
I didn't get you anything, and I think my gift's better.
No. You know the principle of siphoning liquid, where you put a tube into a petrol tank, and you slightly suck, and then it's got to be higher than the bucket that you siphon into.
Sure.
You can siphon a chain. So stand as high as you can, and you see there's an end coming out of the beaker, out of the cup.
Shall I go on the
perfect.
desk?
If you feel comfortable there on the desk, it's great.
Why not?
And if you could just jerk out the leading... Stop it! Stop
What do you need me to do? Just tell me what you need me to do. What would you need me to do? Just jerk it out.
Yeah, jerk it out.
Just jerk it out.
Jerk it out.
And with any luck, you'll see a rather astonishing effect. It seems to defy gravity, in the words of Wicked.
Jerk that out.
Yeah, out, up and down. And as high as you can.
Oh!
Wow!
Look at that! That's amazing! Wow! Dude! It's going up. Oh, my God.
Oh, it's magic!
Right, to get you in the mood, here are some foods for you to try. You should have some on your little prop tables.
Oh.
You've got chocolates there, Josh. You've got a potato, Alan. What have you got, Tom?
Well, I don't.
Champagne.
It looks like champagne.
Or
Could be anything.
probably carver.
You could have had a wee in here earlier, for all I know.
You wouldn't want it to fizz, though, would you?
No, you wouldn't.
Is your
finger on top.
Yes, it is.
I hope it's fresh. I think it's fresh and edible if you want to eat
Well,
it.
I hope it's fresh
You
as
could
well.
drop it in the champagne. It's quite delicious.
Oh, God, I love...
I'm allergic to champagne, literally.
Are you?
Yeah, I can't drink it.
Oh, darling,
Gives me
it must be
asthma.
simply terrible for you.
Christopher Hitchens rather wonderfully said the four most overrated things in the world are lobster, champagne, anal sex and picnics.
What a night that would be.
Anyway, so you by all means eat yours, but what do you think they have to do with our theme? Chocolate?
They're, sexy foods.
Yeah.
They're aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiacs. They're considered to be aphrodisiacs. Yeah. Oysters have long been considered it. Potato?
Yes, Alan. 1,000 times, yes.
Well, do have a piece of chocolate, do sip your champagne, and do, by all means,
I mean...
have your oyster.
I do love oysters, but one time I did get poisoning on a Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day?
Oh,
Are you eating your potato raw?
Is that allowed?
I don't...
Oh. Okay, here she goes, oyster down. Oh.
Bigger than I'm used to.
Hey.
Oh.
How is it?
Oh, very nice.
I'm definitely going to tape this episode, I can tell you that.
Try your chocolate, I think.
Oh, they're very nice.
It might have rose petals or violet.
Are you all right, Alan?
I feel horny.
Look out, Josh.
It's worked. Bloody hell, 2 bites.
Perhaps the most impressive invention in recent times for your lavatorial wants.
A helicopter.
Well, gotta go briefcase. It's Japanese, of course.
Oh.
Yeah. How much better do you get than that? It's just simply superb. It's got everything you could possibly want, including a newspaper to leaf through if your easement is taking a bit of time.
And I've always felt really sad when I leave a toilet. Like, oh, we've become such good friends. I wish I could just pack it up and carry it. No, I can.
Generously equipped sealing lid. You can quietly and discreetly go about your personal business any way you please with a fold-out leather privacy panel, which tucks away neatly
Yeah, it
to the
looks like
side.
it hides you completely, that panel. What's that suitcase just sitting there?
It's got a vanity mirror.
I like the leather finish.
Yeah, refillable hand sanitising dispenser. Maximum weight capacity is 80 kilos. Exceeding the recommended weight will void all warranties.
80 kilos?
Yeah.
80 kilos? How are you going to get an elephant to shit in it?
Which is quite...
How are you going to get 80 kilos? I weigh less than 80 kilos.
I know.
I really need to get...
It may result...
I'm going to exceed the limit!
It may result in rupture of waste tank, possible bacteria contamination of briefcase contents, and massive stench. want to do that.
Assuming you haven't emptied it for a year. You would have 2 suitcases when you turned up to meetings. And everyone would be like, Derek, why have you got 2 suitcases? No reason. And then he just hides behind the leather
accidentally went, I've been through the figures and... Whoops! Massive stench! Massive stench!
How did the meeting go? Oh, it was going fine until I got the bog out.
Alternatively, you go the other way. Thanks for letting me use your toilet briefcase. Oh, I don't have a toilet briefcase.
I ought to say that the 80 kilos includes the person sitting on it. So I think I would break it.
Maybe they...
that changes everything.
Well, actually, I'm going to make a lava lamp for your edification, pleasure and entertainment. I have here a little tube. This is actually a tube that usually contains tennis balls. And this is a mixture of vegetable oil and water. And I have here a little...
Quite hard to mix,
syringe.
by the way, those 2 things.
Yeah, they are.
They separate, don't they, David?
Yes.
Hello. So you pump the colour in, and I'm going to use Alka-Seltzer, or any effervescent hangover cure pill will do.
Are you going to say, don't try this at home?
Well, you can, actually. Honestly, it's not like a Mender. It's not going to explode. And cue light. Way, there we go. Pop it on, and then as the effervescent works, it begins... Yeah, there we are, beginning to get the effect. And there we are, the colour's now beginning to come into it. And you're getting a sort of lava lamp there, obviously. Professionally, they're made more permanent. A lava lamp, ladies and gentlemen. You've all got the equipment, as it were, so you can make one yourselves.
So exciting.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah,
already. We've begun with the thrilling excitement.
Let's just...
What do we do with that?
We inject colour in.
Inject colour. You've all got different colours to make it thrilling. Don't put too much of the effervescent hangover cure.
I put all of it in.
Did you? Don't put too many pills in. And now just put a little of the...
No, put loads in. It's brilliant. Look at your bullshit lava lamp.
Mine is dry.
See, when it explode now, hopefully.
I can... No, you don't. No.
You're no fun. Stick another one in.
I'm a responsible adult. There has to be one on this programme.
This genuinely reminds me so much of school. You said, don't put all the Alka-Seltzer in, and then Alan said, we're putting it all in. And I've gone along with him, and now I'm frightened.
You know the one in trouble? You made me laugh, David.
He was laughing at my
I've told you before.
You're in trouble.
It's not funny. There's nothing funny about making people laugh. Hang on, maybe. But, oh dear, I've got oily hands.
Mitchell's taken the lid off, sir. Mitchell's taken the lid off. It's not serious.
This is not how it's supposed to happen at all.
I love how broad Stephen's
Industrial. We all know why Aaron has industrial strength tissues.